Darren, 16th for the guys, 19th for the ladies, I believe. We'll start off with the team performance, assess how you guys think you did over the weekend.
Yeah, we came in, well, we finished higher than what we were ranked, so that's always a good thing to do. I think that having 3 weeks off of conference helped us. We looked fresh going in, and I was really excited the way we performed. I mean, we performed like veterans. We stepped in there, didn't lose our composure, kept our heads, and even our young kids, our freshmen and sophomores, they performed like veterans. And I think that's why we finished as high as we did, is because we just went in there and controlled the things that we could control and performed up to our ability level. We didn't do anything out of this world. We just performed, to our level. And fortunately, some people fell apart in a high pressure situation, and we came out in a pretty good place.
How about Daniel? I think it was first Buff All-American in the 400. Kind of assess his progress of the year, and kind of culminating with that performance over the weekend.
Well, it's been great for him. He came in as a #1 seed, and we were really hoping that he'd walk away with the title. But it's just incredibly hard to win. It's incredibly hard. The talent level at Division II has grown tremendously in the last few years. And Daniel just pressed a little bit too much in the final. Kind of really didn't run his race, and it cost him the last 50 meters going in. And when you're talking about hundredths and tenths of a second, it's those small mistakes make a big difference. So, but right after the race, he said, I know what I did. I know what I need to fix. Then he went out in the 4x4 and split 46.6. And I think I stood here a couple months ago and told you guys he was going to split 46, and he did, and they finished 5th in the 4x4. So, he's a special talent, and I think he's kind of just getting his head around how good he can be at this level and how to race through rounds and in championships. So I think outdoors coming up, and he's excited for it, and I think he has the expectation to go win.
How refreshing is it to see a guy bounce back after, still a great performance in the Open 4, but not necessarily winning it, to bounce back in the 4x4 and really help the team, also get
well, like I said, it shows you his composure. It shows you the professional that he is, and that he can just shake that off, step in, and do what he needs to do for the team. And so that's great to see.
Libby Strickland had a great weekend as well. Can you kind of elaborate on her results?
Well, she's a 10-time All-American now, and we walked into that championship saying, hey, that you have the possibility to be a 10-time All-American, and I know that's what she wanted. She spent a couple weeks getting healthy. She was having some shin issues and got sick, and so like I said, it was good to have those 3 weeks off where we could kind of recoup and refocus. And she looked absolutely focused stepping into the championship. She was actually leading in the high jump going into the last bar, and finished 3rd. And she was not even ranked. She was the last individual in the pentathlon, and ended up 5th, or I can't remember, 5th or 6th. But and now she has an outdoor season left and still has an opportunity to get 2 or 3 All-Americans there. So I think she's going to walk away as one of the most decorated student athletes in WT history, which is really exciting for her.
And like you said, you do start outdoor next weekend. What kind of preparations have to go into that from the transition from indoor to outdoor?
Well, you back off a lot for these championships, and so these kids go into the championships pretty rested. I think the most exhausting aspect of it is the emotional high, so you want to give them a couple days, and a lot of these kids might not even compete the first outdoor meet. The kids that competed at the national meet, it takes a little bit of time to settle down and refocus for your outdoor season. So I couldn't tell you what's going to happen in 2 weeks. We'll probably have some of the kids that came off conference. They've had about 5 weeks off, and they'll get right into things. But these national kids, we got to kind of regroup, refocus, recover, and figure out what our priorities are for outdoor season.
Going back to this last weekend, how do you feel about your gamble with the DMR?
I feel pretty good about it. I stood here last week and said I'm scratching all my guys out of their other events because I think we can go for a national title, and we were right there. I mean, we were 5 meters from winning a national title, and those guys ran a great race, a great tough effort in a chaotic situation when you have basically 48 people out there on the track handing off, and it's chaos. And they kept their head. They stepped in there like knowing and having the confidence that they could win a title, and we were right there at the end. It just didn't happen, But I feel like giving them that opportunity was the right decision.